A hearing regarding union rights drew over 100 people from across California here to downtown Bakersfield. I'm Grace Leverrier, your neighborhood reporter. People gathered along Truxtun Avenue Wednesday morning in support of farm workers.
We walked 335 miles, 24 consecutive days to get the governor's signature.
That march, Daniel Oriano Rogers tells me, was 2 years ago to support the California Agricultural Labor Relations Voting Choice Act, which was signed by Governor Gavin Newsom in September 2022. The law allows farm workers to have the option to use a vote-by-mail process for union cards, which advocates say protects workers from potential employer intimidation.
So now it's being challenged.
Wonderful Nurseries filed a lawsuit against the state's Agricultural Labor Relations Board last month to challenge the 2022 law. This came after workers in Wasco reportedly signed enough authorization cards under the new law to unionize in March. According to the lawsuit, Wonderful is claiming the new voting certifications are unconstitutional. The hearing began at Kern County Superior Court Wednesday morning. But before it got started, supporters of the union, including farm workers like Gabriel Leal, gathered along Truxtun Avenue.
Nothing has really happened yet, but in a future scenario, this law could really be beneficiary for me and other coworkers at the field. And it's unjust that companies want to get rid of this law because they're protecting themselves and not protecting the workers too, the people who work the fields.
Gabriel says he too marched in support of the law in 2022, and he returned to support the union 2 years later.
I saw a lot of my fellow coworkers who also marched, and well, it makes me happy because, well, I came to support. I like to be here supporting for better benefits for my fellow field workers.
The Wonderful Company released a statement regarding the hearing that occurred Wednesday morning, stating in part, quote, "Today, the court acknowledged the serious issues raised in the Wonderful Nursery's constitutional challenge to the card check law, a positive step for the hundreds of farm workers who continue to courageously speak out in defense of their right to choose whether or not they want to be part of a union," end quote. It was the first hearing of the lawsuit made by the Wonderful Company challenging the California Agricultural Labor Relations Voting Choice Act. Quote, "Our motion is centered on ensuring that the extreme flaws inherent in the existing card check law are considered and addressed before it is further applied by the UFW at the expense of farm workers. And it's about the extraordinary allegations made by farm workers of rampant fraud prior to the state board's rush certification," end quote. We'll continue to update this story as more information becomes available. For the latest information, visit our website, turnto23.com. In downtown Bakersfield for 23 ABC, I'm Grace Leverrier, your neighborhood reporter.